All right, folks, back in the Bossman Show. As you all requested, I went and hit my man up, DUI, and he's here on the show. It's for the holiday season. DUI, how life been, man? How's things been going with you, my brother?
It's good, man. Life's been going well. Good little off-season time off and enjoying my time, and I'm ready to play again.
Bro, I must tell you, I had the most fun cheering for you in Atlanta, bro. I have fun doing that. I really do.
Yeah, it's always good. You always turn up, and I love the support. It's unreal.
Yeah, bro. I hate to admit this on the air, but it's funny how I know Evo was very upset with me. I got in his head.
Yeah, he was upset. He was very upset.
I said, look here. My man needs a win, and I'm going to cheer my ass off with my man. If you like it or you don't, I'm going to get you. And lo and behold, you won. And I'm like, hell yes.
Exactly. I needed that. I appreciate that. You got me over the hump.
Yes, indeed. I was going to cheer for you, man. I must say, man, so 2019, man, what you looking for this year, man? You got to see you out there working with the guys, you Banks and the boys, man. How's it been going for you, bro?
Yeah, training's been good. So I kind of called the season early, like the first week, October, and literally the next week I was in the gym with my trainer. So I had about 2.5, 3 weeks just fitness. And then I got in the court like end of November, and we've been going ever since. It's been great. I feel strong. The tennis has gone well. Yeah, my racket company got my racket right, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I've definitely been hitting with the guys out there. We've been grinding, so it's been good. The ATO boys.
You going out Orlando any this block this time? We used to mostly in Atlanta this time.
Yeah, I went to Orlando for a week. It was good actually. I enjoyed it.
Because, getting that humidity, with Australia coming right off the rip, got to deal with the heat down there. So you got to get in there some of that humidity, play on some slower course a little bit because no, Australia. It could be fast or slow. We never know each year from down there. So you got to get ready for all the above, pretty much.
Yeah, 100%. So that's why I went down to Orlando to get outside. But funny enough, it was like 40-something. It was actually a little warmer the first 2 days in Atlanta than it was Orlando. But the last 3-4 days was pretty good. It was outdoors, 70 degrees, 80, getting in the sun, and humidity. It was awesome. Now,
as you get older now, how's the taking care of the body change for you? I know when you was young, you get to bounce back, but now you got to do a lot more maintenance a little bit, more that resistance training, more that band stuff, be more the gym, kind of build up that callus for your body to take the pound on those hard courts that you love so much.
Right, 100%. I agree. It was a lot more focus on balance, flexibility stuff, mobility, all the muscles being strong enough to get in all the positions. And it wasn't so much just on weights and, power and killing it. That was part of it, but it was more on the, the prehab, getting the body like more flexible and just like that, and did some yoga. It was good. Yeah, changed it up.
No doubt, because saying nowadays, you gotta be as flexible as you can. Want you to be a little bit more lighter, probably as you get older, because as you and I both know, the older we get, we slide a little bit. You have to make up for it in other areas.
Right.
If
exactly.
Your game
100%.
is based on speed and getting to that ball quick, getting quick strokes, quick movements. You gotta be fast as you can. You fast as hell already, but you want to make sure you keep it that way as you go into your 30s going forward now.
Right, I agree. Yeah, 100%. And it's working more on the speed, just keeping that up and keeping it up to par, because that's a big part of my game. So, when that goes, then you have to start finding other ways. But yeah, we just want to maintain it and keep me strong. And I'm feeling great. So I'm looking forward to it.
Now, when you go to Australia, are you gonna play like the Happy Valley? Or are you going like to Auckland and those places, Sydney, Brisbane? What's the plan for Australia going forward here?
Yeah, I think I'm going to head over to Noumea. It's a small island over there, and start there. A little different than my norm. So try some matches to build the confidence to start the year off, and I think that's going to be key and important.
Now, this time of year, bro, how much do you play sets with those guys this time of year? Or is it more so working on your stroke production, getting that technique just right, getting those strokes feeling good in your arm there, and seeing where it goes from there?
So the beginning of off season, it's a lot on, like you said, the fitness and getting the strokes together, feeling the ball again, because it's been a while since you've played. And the last 3 weeks or so, it's been all sets, man. Just playing sets and matches and games and points to get those reps up. So when I get there, I'm ready to play.
And I was talking about this a little bit earlier on the show. That when people asked me about tennis questions, I said, "Well, if you ask me to play best of five, that's training is done this time of year. You can't just train for best of five when it's coming up. It's more this done this block of the year where you get those build up that callus, like I said earlier, to play those best of five, especially in the heat of Australia, which can tap some people out, and it has done that. So I feel like that's how do you prepare best of five versus best of two out of three on the ATP side when your Grand Slam coming up? So what do you kind of do to extend yourself, get ready for those 5 set matches?
Yeah, that's different. It's totally different training. Like 3 out of 5 is a whole different animal. 2 out of 3 you can kind of go full head of speed the whole time. 3 out of 5 you don't pace yourself more so, but you just can't go like 0 to 100 the whole time. So, but it's something you work on in the off season. You do a lot of short sprints, a lot of interval things, and just work on breathing, a lot of different things to just build those reps and timing up to go longer. And also it comes with playing matches. So when you play matches, you get matched up, and there's nothing like match fitness. When you're playing a bunch of matches, winning, you have to play. But to get the lungs and everything, it's really hard. A lot of running, a lot of cardio, a lot of sets and different workouts all in a row. Just keep doing it, getting the heart rate up and keeping it there.
Now, speaking of a cross-training point of view, would basketball be a good sport to get ready for that by running up down that court, those quick movements, those sprints, defense, offense? Would that be good to tennis players to do that a little bit more, or are you kind of scared about your knees and ankles, not want to blow one of those out, getting on that hardwood out there?
Right. Yeah, I mean, those are good workouts because you need those sprints. I mean, the legs have to move. Like, there's no substitute for that. I mean, you can hit the bike, the row machine, the Versa climber. There's a lot of different ways to get it. I mean, if you want to take, the impact off and have less impact. But at some point, you have to run and do those sprints because it has to feel that movement. But those movements they do is really similar. I mean, because you need that cardio. They're running up and down for tons of time without stopping. So we do the same thing as a bunch of short sprints, a bunch of interval things are really important.
The Hawks should sign you and Eubanks, man. They can use y'all help.
That's funny.
They can use your help. Trust and believe. I think you all have more talent than what they got on the court out to watch every night. I think they should sign you.
Yeah, I mean, you would know better. You've been watching them quiet often.
Yeah, that's so bad. I'm just saying. Now, I know you keep up with the next gen finals and these rules they kind of was piloting in next gen. Are you following those rules that they're kind of throwing out there with getting your own tiles, the shortened sets, the serve clock? Are those things that you like, or you think, we should leave it away with the way it is?
Yeah, I mean, it's different. They try new things on the young guys to see how it goes and how the players like it and the fans and whatnot. I think new innovations are cool. The towel is probably pretty funny because they play on the regular tour all year. So to go from that to such a big tournament, whereas, you're doing your own things, those like seniors again. But I guess it's cool playing matches as well in the short sets. I bet it's entertaining, and the fans probably, could keep their focus a lot longer, and you could stay for more matches because, it had an ending.
Yeah, and that's why I want to talk about the Wimbledon thing, at 12-12 calling for a tie break. I would be a 6-all personally. I'm not really trying to see a 26-24 match. I was trying to go somewhere that day, but I couldn't go anywhere because I was supposed to write about this match, so I couldn't leave. So I want an ending, not 26-24. And I feel like it also affected the Nadal-Djokovic match because they played underneath the roof, and they opened the roof up. So I feel like that hurt them. And we know Nadal probably wanted that roof open, not closed, because Djokovic can do what he does underneath that roof there. So I feel like you kind of sway the balance of certain matches by going them long sets out there.
Yeah, I agree. 6-all, I like it. Like the Open, it's pretty cool. Like a 6-all, you play a breaker. It's like the best man wins. It's like a shootout finish, which is pretty cool. I've won a couple of those, so I'm kind of biased towards it Open. But yeah, it's a great thing. It's intense, and yeah, the matches are kind of long. And when you won those matches, it's tough. Or play them. I played one at the French against Ferrer. I think I lost 15-13 in the fifth. You're no good the next match. I mean, there's no real coming back. The 5 sets alone in itself is tons of work, and it's hard to come back from. But to go that long and play that many extra sets, it's crazy.
The all good part about that French Open was you went to the doubles final. That was one good part about
Yeah, that's
that
true.
French Open.
I agree.
That's the only good part about that. Plus, if you went to I don't know how you pulled up after that. They played doubles as well as you did after that match. 4 hours and some change out there on court 17 or whatever it was out there in some backwoods court. But it was just like, man, my man out there in the backwoods with this dirt ball dude, man. Come on, give him a time break,
100%,
please.
it was rough. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I actually asked, funny enough, at 6-all in the fifth, I was like, "We're playing a breaker," and then they laughed at me. So we went on to keep playing.
Man, I think, especially on clay, you should have a breaker. That's just too much. 5-6 on clay, hey, we should end at a point. I think we should all go to that 7 or 6 tiebreaker. I know women wants to be special, but come on, we don't need all them long matches. Right. It's good for TV, good for fans, good for you guys, because you guys need to be able to play and play it to your highest level, not be dead the next match.
Right, I agree. Yeah, that's the point. You're pretty much dead the next day. And even for the fans, it's who has an attention span to watch one thing for 5-6 hours as well. I mean, if you're not a diehard, you're not going to get the casual guy to do that.
You sure not. And that's what you want to bring more fans into tennis. You got to kind of shorten it up a little bit, make it where they can excite and we know it's an ending. That's the whole thing about, baseball. It's why it's kind of lacking in ratings, because there's really no end in baseball. Like,
right, exactly.
You never know. Like, go to a Brave game, I could say I'm going to be done by 11, but I don't really know that. It's like, a Hawk game, 7:30, it was over by 10.
Right, 100%. Right, yeah, you could do it. You could take dates there. You're starting in, it's a 2-3 hour thing max.
Yes, indeed. Well, bro, I know you're a sneakerhead, bro. And then for me, I wear a size 15 shoe. I don't have the luxury of being a sneakerhead. I have to buy the most basic shoes ever because I wear a 15 shoe, which sucks. Because my dad,
wow.
my dad wore a size 20. So that's why I wear a size 15.
Man, that's crazy.
My dad was 6'7", bro, like 280.
Oh, wow.
So I'm 6 foot tall even, but my mama's 5'1". So I'm kind of in between there. So
you got that in between.
But I got my dad's big feet. So I'm like, dude, I wish I could buy shoes like you buy because they don't make them my size. I just have to get the most generic kind of black shoe, gray shoe, not much design to it, just the scraps. And you can just get all kind of shoes. So what made you get into shoes so much, man? What made you a sneakerhead, man? Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, I became into sneakers when I was younger. I was with Nike, and I was getting all these cool shoes, but I didn't understand or know about it. So I was like, well, whatever. And I don't know about these shoes. But as I got older and I was seeing them, and I was like, I have these shoes, and people were talking about how much they were selling them for and how cool they were, and then they just changed like everything. And then also my girlfriend loves shoes, so I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And she was always talking about like my shoes, and I was like, oh, I have those. So I ended up like wanting to really get into it. So it's kind of been something I've started, and I really enjoy it. And I like having shoes other people don't have and seeing them on pictures. So it's pretty cool.
Now, I'm pretty sure you travel in the world, you can get shoes exclusively nobody else can buy because you travel the world. Oh, these ain't in the States. Let me get these while I'm over here. So I'm pretty sure your return bag is full of a lot of shoes when you go to different cities in Europe and South America if you want to go that route. I doubt you do because it's clay. But when you do go that route, you can bring back some nice stuff with you.
100%, yeah. I mean, I think one of the coolest pair, I think I got a pair of Reeboks and Armani collabs one time in Australia. And it was only in Australia they had dropped. So that was pretty cool as well.
Yes, indeed. Now, bro, last one I got for you, man. So I'll call the Hawks a little bit, but the Falcons, bro. Like, I mean, I don't. How you feel about this, man? Like, do you feel like it's time for a change in Atlanta? I'm calling for a total rebuild. Like Quinn, Sarkisian, Manuel gone to start it all over, man. This is tapped out. After that Super Bowl loss, man, we ain't been the same since.
No, we haven't been the same since the Super Bowl loss. That hurt, and it's tough this year. Eventually, I was going down. It started like every week. And just it's tough with the Super Bowl being in Atlanta to not even make the playoffs and give ourselves a shot at being there. So, yeah, I mean, something needs to change, or some injury. If it's just injuries, that's another thing. But I'm optimistic. I like the Falcons, man. It's just hurt. This year was really rough to see it.
And bro, being on the sidelines watching it go down, like as close as I am to it,
yeah,
it hurts, man. And when I had to drive back to Tennessee after a loss, it's not as fun. Yeah.
I bet it's not as fun as all. Like, especially you gotta drive, you just think like, what was this for? I hear you.
Because I'm gonna tell you, my day starts at 4 in the morning. I leave Nashville 4 in the morning to come down for the game on Sundays. Okay,
Oh,
so it's
wow.
like I got that drive from Nashville, get to the stadium by 9, 10 o'clock, doing my thing pregame, doing tailgates, whoop de whoop, get on the field with the warm ups, then loss. Then I gotta drive back
Right.
4 hours
Exactly.
after this long day.
Oh, wow, that's awful. Yeah, that hurts quite. And we had quite a few home games too, like winnable games. It was rough.
Yeah, man. So 8 times doing that. Last time I did it was on Sunday, and I must say the drive back sucked. And,
Yeah.
and this week I got a home game, the Redskins and Titans, and I got to drive to Charlotte after the game for the Falcons Panthers game without Cam Newton. So, oh Lord. So yeah,
I feel you.
rough.
Unreal.
But at least when I go to Tampa, I'll see Dennis Cooler hopefully when I'm down there in Tampa.
Right,
But
yeah. We should be there for sure.
go see the Bucks and Falcons play. So hopefully I get some Dennis Cooler while I'm down there. And then football over for me to Super Bowl.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, right. Then that'd be the best. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be super fun. I'm
Yes,
positive.
and well, I know you've been probably the New York Open during that time, but if you get back in town, I can get you on the field. I'll have a field pass, so you know that. I got extra.
Good. Yeah, let me know. I will 100% be there if I'm not in the tournament.
Yes, indeed. Well, bro, hey, the fans want to hear from you, man. Glad I got you on again, brother. Hey, like I said, you all been on my boys. So I appreciate you coming on the show, man. As always, I'm going to be cheering for you no matter what. I'm going to be in your corner no matter what. Now, when I'm in Atlanta, I don't care who you playing. I got your back.
I appreciate it, Jared, man. I love it, man. That's the best. Appreciate it.
All right, bro. Let's have a good holiday. Talk to you soon, DY.
You too. All right, man.
All right. All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show. Time to go out 20 west, up 22 to Memphis, Tennessee, to my man J.C. Smith. What's good, bro? It's good at 901, man.
Boss, what's going on, man? Happy Hanukkah. Feliz Navidad. Happy Kwanzaa, all that, man.
Man, same to you, my good brother. I got to represent the Kwanzaa because December 26th, next week, we got to get our Kwanzaa on. Close out the year right, and I will be in Memphis on the 29th for that Boston Celtic Grizzly game. So if the weather holds up, bro, I'll be at Clicks, man. Last time I was in town, that Laker game, man, the weather wasn't my friend. I had to get out of town fast as I could, brother.
Man, yeah, you missed it, man. LeBron came through. He did karaoke and everything. Clicks, man.
Man, I hate I missed that, bro. I hate I missed it. But, you know, it's all good in the 901 M-Town. Always showing me love. But, bro, in the M-Town, the Grizz front office, something's going on in that little building up there off from the Forum, man, because they had a 3-team trade, Phoenix, Washington, and the Grizz. They got hung up over either Glenn Brooks or Marshawn Brooks. And then Chris Wallace comes out with this big old press conference the day I'm talking about. It was not our fault. We said who we wanted. We didn't change medicals. Perry didn't talk to Sarver. Bro, what is the real deal, Holyfield, when it comes to this trade that fell through in Memphis there?
Yeah, that was crazy, right? Well, actually, believe it or not, it was not the Grizz fault. And sometimes, you know how situations can just be miscommunicated. You know, Chris Wallace, he was, like I said, went on the record, had the press conference and everything. But, you know, they say they consistently informed the Suns that, hey, any deal, you know, involving the Brooks was Marshawn Brooks. It was never Dylan Brooks. They say they told Phoenix, you know, consistently that Dylan Brooks would not be part of any deal. And so when the deal came to fruition, for some reason, the Suns still thought that, you know, that Dylan Brooks was going to be included. But nah, like, the Grizz are going off the assumption that, hey, we told y'all that Dylan Brooks is not involved, but we do have another Brooks on the team, Marshawn, that y'all can have. But Phoenix ran with that thinking it was Dylan Brooks, even though the Grizz told them, you know, 1,000 times, Dylan Brooks is not part of the deal, man. So, you know, as far as blame goes, you know, if you're going to, you know, dish it out as far as percentage, I say Phoenix is probably 80%, 80% at fault, man. The Grizz, 20% at fault in this situation, man.
Now, this is what's even crazier. There was a report from the Memphian that the Grizz are going to sign Austin Rivers, who was supposed to be in the trade originally, but they ended up trading him and Kelly Oubre for Ariza Phoenix bought out Austin Brooks, Austin Rivers rather, released him, and reports Memphis going to sign with him. It's going to cut Marshawn Brooks to sign Austin Rivers. And all of a sudden that doesn't happen. So how does it get leaked that far? Then all of a sudden we good.
What happens, in those situations, of course, as you know, about being, around the league and around, all the guys is covering it. Everybody's in a race to be first. You know what I'm saying? To be first as far as putting the story out that, so-and-so, this guy, is signing with this team and all that. Everybody wants to be first because, as with your website and everything that you have now, it's all about the clicks. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be the first one to put the story out there, even though you haven't verified it. You know what I'm saying? You haven't, really checked your sources, and vetted, your sources properly to make sure that what you're putting out there is factual information. But in the race to be first, you put it out there assuming that it's going to happen. But, nothing's a done deal until it's a done deal. And that's what happened in the Austin Rivers situation, man. And from my understanding, the front office, they do need a wing, but just didn't see Austin Rivers as being a viable option to kind of, play that role with this team, man. And that's basically what happened. What's my guy from Yahoo Sports? Is it Shams Charania?
Shams Charania, yeah.
Right, Charania, yeah. So, just to keep up with Woj and everything, you know what I'm saying? Keep up with the Joneses, put that out there first, and then he deletes it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't delete it, bro. Of course, people gonna grab that screenshot to see it. You said that, you put that out there. You know what I'm saying? That's my only issue with it. Like, you gonna put it out there, stand by it. You know what I'm saying? Why delete your tweet? Why not just come out with another tweet to say, hey, correction? You know what I'm saying? Like, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? Why you try to hide and delete it now, man?
You know what buzzed me when I see unnamed Hawks players texting Woj on the buses and planes, telling him what's going on. And then you act like, oh, I don't know who did it, and you the one that did it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like, I see it firsthand that what goes on. Something happens, a disagreement or an argument, you texting your boys in the media to maybe get it out there. Just seeing it firsthand is crazy, bro. I'm telling you. Seeing it, literally go on, was like, for real?
Yeah, man.
Okay. We got you. We got you.
Right.
Now, bro, let me ask you this. LeBron is openly fawning over Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis can be offered this summer by New Orleans a Supermax deal. I think he will decline it. Based on the reporting, he'll decline it in Fort Worth, New Orleans. Boston has the most assets. By the Lakers have Rich Paul and LeBron out there who now represents Anthony Davis. So, bro, should the Lakers be proactive and try to engage New Orleans with some of their young talent to get AD in there? Because Kevin Durant came out in the Bleacher Report saying guys don't want to play with LeBron because of having to change their games and all blah about LeBron. Yeah. And he dictates all the terms, and you think you're an alpha male too. You want to dictate terms yourself, but you can't under that LeBron umbrella. So he's probably not going to get anybody major contract and team up with him in LA. Got to do it via trade. Anthony Davis makes the most sense. So where do you come out on the Anthony Davis situation? How then LeBron's openly fawning for him now, and what will ultimately happen in your humble basketball opinion, my good brother?
Man, great question, man. And I'll come at it from two different fronts. If I'm the Lakers, of course, you have no other choice but to offer up some of that young talent, man. I'm offering up everybody except Kyle Kuzma. You know what I'm saying? In order to pair Anthony Davis with a LeBron. Brandon Ingram, hey, it's been real. You know what I'm saying? Lonzo, hey, you and your daddy, y'all like Bourbon Street. You do anything you can to try to make that happen. But from the front of Anthony Davis, I don't want to play with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that LeBron's a bad guy or anything like that, but it's true. Like, you know, his star shines so bright that it's going to dim your light. It's you know what I'm saying? It's going to dim Anthony Davis' star if he goes there. You know, he is an alpha male, and you know, he's at his best. You know, you can argue that he's maybe top 2, top 3 player in the league behind LeBron and KD. So, you know, do you want to go to a place where, you know, LeBron is still going to be the man for the next 2 or 3 years? And do you want to be considered to be a second fiddle? You know, do you want to play Robin to LeBron's Batman? And I'm not sure Anthony Davis wants to do that. So, you know, if I'm Anthony Davis, you know, he's not a free agent until the year 2020, so he has one more season, like you said, under contract with New Orleans, and of course they're going to offer him that super max, which everybody expects that he's going to turn down next season, before the season starts next year during the summer. But if I'm Anthony Davis, I'm definitely looking at a team like Boston. You know, you go to Boston, you team up with a Kyrie, and you know, and all the young pieces they have there. You would be the man. You would be the man above Kyrie Irving. You know, if you go to Boston, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and the road to the Eastern Conference Finals, the road to the NBA Finals would be so much easier going to a Boston as opposed to going out west.
And bro, I'm looking at the pieces right now. Just from my overhead view of this, I feel like this, bro. If Kawhi Leonard goes to the Clippers, the Warriors keep Kevin Durant. I don't see him going to the Knicks because they don't. That to me, it's a smoke screen. I think it's the Clippers or the Warriors for Kevin Durant because he's already eliminated the Lakers already. If Kawhi goes to the Clippers, I think he'll stay in Golden State. If Kawhi doesn't stay with Toronto, I think Durant will go to the Clippers.
Yeah, I think that's the most logical path also in regards to Durant. Like I said, a lot of it is just kind of where the cards may fall with the other players and everything, other free agents involved. But as far as I think the day of the alpha players joining up with each other than Golden State, I think those days are coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? At this point, man, you can still compete with those alpha teams by getting a great just a great team, man, a great collection of guys. And I think that trend is not going to be as cool anymore to team up like that the way Golden State is done. And if Golden State loses this year, I think you're going to see the end of the super teams. I really do, man.
Well, remember, only piece they added was Durant. Clay, Steph, and Draymond were drafted there.
They were all drafted.
They really all added was Durant. So, OKC kind of did it first with Harden, Westbrook, Ibaka, and Durant. And then they got cheap with the CBA. They want to play Harden. That kind of broke them up from drafting well. So, I feel like the pieces, the Hornets going to offer Kemba. If they do offer him that 5-year supermax contract, he's staying there. If Butler gets 5 years, he ain't going nowhere. Kyrie said he's going to stay in Boston. So it doesn't make sense for Durant to go to the Knicks when the Knicks are, pretty much barren. Now the Clippers will be barren too. A lot of those, they have some role players you can re-sign back. But if Kawhi goes there, word is him and Kawhi don't really see eye to eye like that, and he don't probably want to play with Durant. So I feel like Durant's only two options are the Clippers or the Warriors. If the Warriors win again, I think he'll stay with the wink that Draymond Green will be the odd man out and Golden State. They can't pay all 4 of them max deals.
Right. Yeah, something's got to give, man. Somebody's going to have to, go elsewhere at this point. And like I said, we got a long way to go, man. But I'm not so sure. Before the season started, of course, it was 100% Golden State wins the championship this year. I'm not as confident in that anymore. I'm really not. You see the way the Western Conference is bunched up right now with all these teams, and of course, Cream's gonna rise to the top. And towards as we get further into the season, you'll see Golden State really kind of separate themselves. When it comes to playoff time, I'm not convinced yet that Golden State is just gonna run through, the way they've been doing the last couple of years for some reason.
I think what you're saying is that they're athletic and their boredom. It's kind of like this kind of being shown. There was some cracks with the Draymond and Durant thing. Then when you mix in Boogie Cousins, that could be a whole nother situation. It's like, so it's a lot of things swirling around the Warriors. They lost David West. They got a locker room that keeps them all in check. So you're right. There's some things going around that team that are swirling. They could throw them off their game. But I think in the end, even in a tough series with Denver, they'll eke it out. 6, 7 games to get to the finals. Then they're probably going to be playing Toronto or Boston if they own their games. Then that could give them trouble right there.
Exactly, man. But you know what I'm saying? I'm much more interested now than I was before the season started, as far as the playoffs and everything, is concerned, man. I'm like I say, of course, Golden State should win it. All the talent they have. I'm just not so certain that it's just a done deal. It's going to be a cakewalk as it's been in years past.
I hear that now, bro. We're a few days for Christmas, bro. What is the plan at Clicks tonight for the people in Memphis to celebrate Christmas early with you? Because they're going to be off work Monday and Tuesday, hopefully. So what they got going? What you got going for on Saturday, bro?
Man, listen, we doing a Christmas album, karaoke Christmas album. Man, Trust Us Records presents 12 Days of Christmas, the Christmas album. It Clicks, man. So y'all come on out. You want to get in? You want to get on the album? Come out. It's going down, man. We're going to have spiked eggnog, all kinds. We're going to have the mistletoe, you know what I'm saying, hanging up above, fellas, if you want, kiss on a little lady or whatever, man. That's what we're doing, man. It's going down tonight. Come through.
No doubt, folks. As J.C. Smith, check them out if we in the city of Memphis. As Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis. Boy, great job as always. We'll talk to you next week on the show here, man. Close your eye, all right, brother?
No doubt.
All right, folks. J.C. Smith on the Bossman Show. All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show. Time for the Boss and Bone segment. Portions where we give you a sports segment and give the Boss report after that. Brother Bone, I watched this weekend in Jersey. I saw cold weather and rain and the Giants getting shut out by red hat teams.
Yeah, I'm just so glad I wasn't at that game. It just, like, friends of mine who were fans of these two teams, they always go to the games. And I tell you, they're hardcore fanatics. Maybe they're a glut for punishment because to go to these late games now, late season games when your team is just terrible and out of the race, it's depressing. But I give my friends kudos for still thinking through it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Bone. Sunday against the Cardinals in Atlanta, it was that feeling of just resignation around the whole stadium. We had maybe 25,000 people in the stands, maybe. It was a rainy day in Atlanta. It just was dead in the stadium. And I'm still embarrassed that the soccer team still sells out Mercedes-Benz and the Falcons cannot.
Yeah,
it's very embarrassing.
When you go to a Falcons game, it's kind of like going to like a D2 game. 25,000 people in the stands. That's a Division II territory.
Yeah. And that in the upper bowl is embarrassing. It's just, we have such a lively pregame with the music and the DJ and the vibe, but just the stands are dead.
I see it. I see. I see it. On TV. I have a friend that works for the Falcons, and I see their tweets and Instagram posts, and it's like, gee, it's like a morgue in there.
It is, man, and especially with them being now 5-9. And see, this weekend I'll be in Tennessee, which already bugs me. Seeing the Redskins and Titans play. Then I got to travel over to Charlotte for the Panthers and the Falcons. No Cam Newton. The Falcons went out the string. So this weekend I'm treated to bad football. At least the Hawks are off, thank God for that. Then I come back Wednesday with the Hawks in Indiana. So that's my Christmas week coming up on.
Yeah,
you're not looking forward to it.
Yeah, it does sound depressing. I think I'd rather watch all the no-name bowl games than watch that stuff.
Thank you. And when they were at BossmanShow.com, I'm going to be writing articles for my website. How do I write out something like this? and not get fired like I got fired before for previous seasons. I'm saying it was truthful about these franchises.
Yeah, just be careful. Because remember, if the Knicks can fire Marv Albert, anyone can get fired.
Exactly. Now, Bone, Shermer said Eli Manning has years left, multiple years left. What is he? Is this a smoke screen? He really believe this stuff.
I think he might actually believe it, sadly. But it's funny now how we look back on this now, and do we look finally back on Ben McAdoo and holding him in light? Because Ben saw it coming. Ben saw this Eli coming a year in advance, and people laughing out of town. He got fired for it, and now we're thinking, oh yeah, maybe McAdoo was kind of right.
Yeah, because the Tennessee Titans have been shut out this year themselves, I think once, and they've held very low. I think they got shut out twice, actually. The Colts game and against the Baltimore Ravens, and the Giants couldn't stymie that offense. Like,
Yeah.
I know it was bad weather. It was raining. It was terrible. But still, Tennessee's not somebody that's dominating. And, Bone, I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Johnson beats them on Saturday. It wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
So the Giants lose to these guys, to me, and Barkley got limited to only 30 yards. Like, it don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, the only people that have stopped Saquon Barkley this year has been Pat Shurmur and the offense, his own offense. I haven't seen many defenses that have stopped Saquon this year in earnest, but I've seen game plans stop Saquon, and sadly, it's his own team's game plan.
Yeah, and without Odell Beckham out there, shouldn't you want to feature him more?
You would think, and the prime example is when Odell came out of his neck a little bit, and that was after the loss to Philadelphia, where they blew that I think 12-point lead to the Eagles down in Philly, and Philadelphia had no one in the secondary. I think they were starting guys off the street, and they shut down the Giants second half. And Odell said, "Well, I would have loved to attack them on the passing game, but not my call." So that was a direct shot at his coach because the game plan was so awful that even someone like Beckham is saying, "Hey, maybe we should have a better game plan."
Yeah, and let's talk about the Jets, and this will follow in our next topic here. The Jets gave a valiant effort against the Texans, but of course they came up short. I feel like Todd Bowles' team is still playing hard, per se, but not producing. I think Todd Bowles' job is probably over. Miles McCagnon probably would be safe to have another coach, but the Jets' job may be desirable to some, but I don't find it very desirable when they have Darnold because he hasn't shown me enough to say, hey, he's the guy going forward.
I will say, like, when I talk to people, I know scouts in the league, and they do tell me that they are high on Darnold as a prospect. He just needs the right coach, as far as seasoning. And obviously, Todd Bowles is not it. Like you said, McCagnon is likely safe because although they're longtime friends, McCagnon and Bowles are longtime friends. The both guys are from Jersey, so they have that bond. But McCagnon inherited Bowles, so it's not his guy. So you got to figure that McCagnon's going to let Todd go. And although I've been a staunch Todd supporter and Todd apologist for years, and although he's never really had his own guys in place, it's time for a change. It's time for a new voice, and you got to believe that Bowles is gone. And when I talk to those scouts, those same guys, they said they just are promising because of Darnold and because of that cap space. They'll have upwards of like $90 million in cap space, which is going to be insane to have in the open market. So you got to figure they're going to make a run at Le'Veon Bell. They're going to make a run at a few guys who are key in the open market. So it is desirable in that way. So I think that the next move McCagnon makes as far as head coach will go a long way into telling us how serious they are as far as being a real player.
Now, Bone, this is what troubles me. A lot of our African-American minority coaches are in trouble. Our minority coaches, Ron Rivera's in trouble in Carolina. Maybe Cam Newton's come out being hurt, may save him another year, make him safe rather than being fired, a surprise firing. Steve Wilkes in Arizona just has not worked. I don't know if it's a product where Steve Keim drafted, just Steve Keim getting a DUI. Did the same thing that happened to Michael Floyd. He only got a few days. Michael Floyd got multiple days and probation and arrest. Just putting it out there. But that could be a trouble. Marvin Lewis in Cincinnati could be a Mike Brown saying, "No, I'm done with you, dude. It's over." It's just like it's not looking good for African American coaches right now around the league. I just feel like Bowles in trouble in New York, another one. It just does not look good. And then I don't see too many African American coaches in the pipeline other than Chris Richard at Dallas to get a coaching job. And Hugh Jackson got fired, of course, early in Cleveland. We know he's a train wreck to begin with. So it's like, as we go look at our minority coaches, I mean, they're not very many candidates to be retreads either. So it's pretty much be Lynn and Tomlin if it all goes the wrong way for minority coaches.
Yeah, I think Richard is probably the highest name of all African American coaches because of what he did in Seattle prior. So I think he has a leg up on the early competition. And as you said, there are a lot of guys that might be on the ropes. I still think Tomlin survives. Even if they don't make the playoffs, I think Tomlin survives because the Steelers have history of giving guys opportunity kind of almost dig themselves out of their own grave. Because in the early days, Chuck Noll, I mean, he had one foot in the grave for the longest, and he survived. Even a guy like Bill Cowher had a foot in the grave, and he survived. I don't think that they'll be so a knee jerk in order to fire Tomlin. I think he's safe. I think both know that Todd Bowles is gone. I still think Wilkes is safe. I mean, it's only been 1 year. I mean, he has to get his own players in there and kind of work with the guys in the system. I think he's safe. I think Marvin Lewis is the cockroach of the NFL. He survives everything. So I don't think Marvin's going anywhere anytime soon. But as you said, another guy, and it's my Broncos. I think Vance Joseph now is
he's gone.
I think Vance Joseph is now on borrowed time. I think the fact that they were at one point 6-6, and they had a favorable schedule. They had teams like the Browns, a loss, the Niners, a loss. They have Oakland coming up Monday night. That could be a loss. And they end it with home against the Chargers. Had they won the table and gone 10-6, that right there is the second wild card berth, and his job is saved. But you can't be 6-6 and have a promising schedule going ahead, and you lose at San Fran and then home to the Browns. Even though the Browns are an improved team, you can't lose those two games when you know your season's on the line. So I think that he's gone as well. And you're right, it's not looking good for our coaches.
I think Vance Joseph looks lost on the field. I just think he's looked lost. I don't think he has game management skills. He's a coordinator. He's kind of like Wade. He looks like a coordinator. That's how he looks to me, Bone. He's not a head coach to me. He just makes poor decisions with timeouts, game management, when to press, when not to press, and also Elway, Case Keenum, bad signing. Should have went out and got somebody. Somebody in Jersey who's working out, Colin Kaepernick maybe. I'm just saying, but you don't want him because we know where you stand, Mr. Elway. So I think John Elway is partly the bright lamb out there. And in Denver with the bowling situation with the family, I think that's just a bad situation out there in Denver.
Yeah, I just think that there were so many things behind the scenes that kind of are now coming out. The fact that Joe Ellis, he blocked Elway from rehiring Mike Shanahan. I think that report came out last week that Elway actually wanted to hire Shanahan again, his coach, and Joe Ellis blocked that. So then John pretty much settled with Vance Joseph. And as you said, there are certain guys that just smell and look like coordinators. And because it's a long way down, even though it's only one seat over per se, from assistant coach to head coach, it's a lot to take in as a head coach in the NFL. Same thing with NBA. When a guy goes assistant to head coach, we've seen it. Guys kind of flounder because it's a long way down between assistant and head coach. There are just some guys like Vance Joseph, like Wade Phillips, like Dave Campos, Mike Martz, all down the line. There are guys who are just better suited as coordinators. So you're right. I think Vance Joseph just seen over his head for so many games that now it's almost time now for a change for him as well.
Yes, indeed. Which like is here on the Bossman Show. That's Boss and Bone segment 1. That's a sports portion. Up next, what you've been waiting on for Boss and Bone to bring you the Boss Report. A lot of Florida today, a lot of entertainers today. Stick with us on the Bossman Show. Remember, check the new site out, bossmanshow.com, for our podcast, video, audio, Twitter feed, social media. It is the site you want to go to, bossmanshow.com. After the break, we'll be back. All right, folks, back to the Bossman Show, time Boss and Bone segment, folks. Let's talk sports, New York sports, NFL. But now it's time to turn to my man Bone and I to bring you the Boss Report. Bone, are you ready for this week's report? Well, I'll floor a lot of entertainers, man, because, like I said, man, the world's crazy. I don't know why guys cutting their junks off, but they're doing it anyway, brother.
I'm always ready for Florida. I'm not ready for junk cutting off, but I'm always ready for Florida.
Yes, indeed. Well, folks, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. First story, Bone, is this. We got whoop his ass. Bronx mom destroys and detains 19-year-old she caught trying to steal her car.
A Bronx mom?
Yeah, Bronx mom.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's called Tuesday. that's like I know Florida has their crazy, but Bronx brings it strong too on the low. They got in the Bronx.
Man, here we go. We got this, Bone. Tampa man arrested after bringing a machete up into his office and cutting off the junk of his coworkers who got a promotion over him to begin next year.
So he cut off his coworker's junk?
Yes, in the bathroom. He brought a machete to the bathroom and cut off his junk.
I'm not all for that. Yeah, all right, I'm not all for that. But at least he did cut his own. Because that would not make any sense. But yeah, I mean, that's still wrong, of course, people. Don't get me wrong, that's still wrong. That's also felonious. But at least for once, a Florida man didn't cut his own junk because he did get promoted. Now, that would be so Florida.
Exactly. Like, at least he cut. It's like, it's bad what I'm saying. At least he didn't cut off his own. That he should have cut off.
I mean, I don't co-sign him butchering a coworker, but at least not his own for one.
Exactly. We got this. Cooch career. K. Michelle's hiring a girlfriend that she and her bacon rebellious soul smash to smithereens.
She did what?
Yeah, K. Michelle's hiring a girlfriend. She and her bacon rebellious soul smashes to smithereens.
That's a smithereens. Her girlfriend?
Well, she's buying a girlfriend for her and her man.
Buying a girlfriend. Hey. And what's the man do per se? What was he doing?
The man's a producer, and in the industry, he's happy that she's buying them a girlfriend. So to entertain them during their sessions. I don't understand that, but
nah, I don't either. But he sounds like he's living his best life.
He is. I mean, he got a 2-for-1 special.
He did. He got that good special. I mean, he living that good life.
Exactly. I'm like, man. We got this story, Bone. Florida man is arrested after jumping out of this roof of the Goodwill to frog splash a patron who owed him $4 from a week ago.
So he went Eddie Guerrero on my man from top of the roof.
Yes, connected.
He went Eddie Guerrero, rob, cheat, and steal, all for $4. All right. I mean, it's kind of tough. So $4 gets you, it's a Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? Get a box for $4. So $4 can carry some weight in this economy. So hey, if you're hungry, you're hungry. So go get that $4. And it's creative to use a frog splash. Like usually it's so for thunder in Florida, but frog splash is pretty creative.
Off the top of the roof too. Like, dude, really?
That's one part Mick Foley and 2 parts Eddie Guerrero. God bless.
Yes, indeed. We got voting matters. Atlanta suburb of Chamblee faces federal lawsuit for allegedly attempting to shut down Folly Strip Club.
Oh, yeah, you don't do that. Leave our strip clubs alone because there's only about 3,000 of them in America. So that's putting them out of business. Everyone must eat. So let's leave that alone.
Yes, indeed. And we got a Dipset story. Jules Santana sentenced to 2 years in prison for his airport gun case. We tried to escape TSA and then the Jersey State Patrol up there.
Jersey, huh? Yeah, leave our troopers alone in Jersey. I got plenty of stories for those. I was tell off air one day. You gotta leave those troopers here alone up here in New Jersey.
Yes, indeed. And this is where we go back over to Florida. Florida man arrested. Steal a bottle from Kroger's, and then going south, and he caught his own junk to plead the fifth.
He cut his own junk again. What are? Can I do like a PSA to all Florida men?
Please do, Bo.
Don't cut off your own junk for spite or for fate. You know, to fate yourself. Don't do this to yourself. If you get caught out there, or you're trying to do a spiteful thing to someone, don't do it. Leave your own junk alone. Do what the first guy did in the first story. Cut off someone else's junk then.
Yeah, like I don't say this every week here. I don't get why my home state is a thing cut off your own junk. Second of all, I don't get why you would cut off anybody's junk if you're a man. You know what that means to us.
Exactly. So again, I'm making an amendment. I'm not a proponent of cutting off anyone's junk, your own or buddies or coworkers. No one's junk to be cut off. But if you gotta cut off some junk, don't do your own.
Thank you, man. Please quit embarrassing me, Florida. People think I'm crazy too because of y'all.
It is never ending in Florida. Florida can have content for years, decades, eons.
Yes, indeed. And we got this Florida man arrested for beating down teacher who tried to stick a test tube up his son's rectum during laboratory time.
Oh, okay. I co-sign that. Look, man, as a father myself, you put anything on my son, the teacher, yeah, you're going to catch these paws, and you might even catch some junk cuttage.
Yeah, Bo might be on the report himself.
That might be on a report from me. If you hear about anyone put hand on my kids as an administrator in school, you put hand on my kids, you're going to catch the paws, and you will see on the news.
You got there right. And here we go, brother. We got, bus rider slashes woman who touches her dog and slices her victim's girlfriend's victim too. Like, are you kidding me? Someone touching a dog, slices people over a dog?
Yeah, that's grimy, man. That's jeez. That's what, as the kids say, extra. That's extra out there for no reason.
Man, people just
for no good reason. I'm sure.
People tripping. We got this. Carlton don't play that. Alfonso Ribeiro sues Fortnite for allegedly swiping his Carlton dance.
Come on. That's the universal dance. Everyone owns the Carlton dance. I'm sorry. I know that he made it famous. I know they call it the Carlton dance. But that's everybody's dance. That's not just Carlton. That's not Alfonso's dance only. That's America's dance. Get off of that.
I'm with you, Bone. We got this. A man must potentially watch Bambi in jail after illegally poaching a deer.
So he illegally poached a deer, and now he got to watch Bambi as punishment?
Yes, in jail for 30 days straight.
That's pretty creative. I mean, it's kind of apples and oranges because Bambi's a cartoon and everything, but that's pretty creative. At least there's no junk cuttage off in there.
PSA, I don't like deer. I had a deer jump out in front of me the other day. And I was heading in to, have some fun. And the deer, I was in my home zone. Deer jumped in front of me. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Thankfully, it missed me and I missed him. But man, those jackasses jump out of nowhere. I swear.
Yeah, they do. Even here in Jersey, there's actually a deer abundance here in Jersey where they actually tell licensed firearm owners to please go to work. So if you see any extra deer population, they actually allow it to be controlled. So yeah, the deer come out of nowhere too. I mean, I'm up on the hills and mountains, so at nighttime they come out of nowhere.
Man, what you see? This show is gonna be dumb as hell, Paul. Don't Tell the Feds, exclusive first look at VH1's new show, Cartel Crew, featuring the kids of cocaine kingpins. That's a show waiting to put somebody in jail.
That's a show where, there's going to be an abundance of snitches and dry snitches, and there's going to be an abundance of don't cut it off because as a message to snitches. So, that's a bad idea all around.
terrible idea. We got this. We got some scammers. 3 Atlanta teens are busted for an elaborate $28 million bank fraud scheme featuring Best Bank and Trust, SunTrust, Bank of America, and Chase.
Well, I'm anti-big bank, so kudos to you. So how old are these kids?
17, 19, and 12.
Ooh, they were raised right. I'm not for robbery. Okay, let's cut it out. I'm only joking about robbery. But if you're robbing a big bank, hey, look, man, I have a mortgage. I don't like my mortgage company. so if you're gonna rob big bank, hey, I'm not gonna hate anyone. I want to cut though, but I'm not hating anyone.
I hear that. We got race matters bone. Arizona lawmaker doubles down on saying black people don't blend in with society.
Listen. Now, see, on a serious note, it's Arizona, right?
Yes, Arizona, correct.
Yeah, well, that is that really a shock to anyone who knows anything about Arizona history?
Nah, not at all. They don't celebrate MLK Day.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you, I watched this show on ABC. I don't know if it's on the air anymore. Called What Would You Do? And there were plenty of times where they had what would you do scenarios in Arizona that had to do with race and discrimination. And it's because it's Arizona. And it's like we say Florida man, and all of a sudden asinine or dumb. When you say Arizona man, it usually has something to do with racism.
Amen, I agree. Both stories in Arizona deal with racial discrimination. That's correct. That is so correct. We got this bone. Ordinary plane. A human heart was found on a Southwest flight, causing the plane to turn around and was heading to Miami.
I don't fly as much. I'm kind of like the Black John Madden. I take cruisers everywhere I go. I don't really fly much, but I hear about Southwest. So is that really a shock? Because I'm not an avid flyer. I kind of hear those kind of stories coming out of Southwest. So yeah,
I prefer Delta personally. I know it's based in Atlanta, but I kind of prefer Delta rather than Southwest or Spirit or some other cheap $55,000 connection airline flights.
Right? Like I said, I'm not an avid flyer. I'm not an experienced one as much, but I hear the stories, and that sounds all right. But damn, how the hell did a heart get on there in the first place? How the hell is it unattended?
Yeah, that is scary at best.
Someone's dead or dying right now. So, jeez.
Exactly. Last one I got for you is we got a Florida model striving to have the biggest butt in the world. Has had 3 Brazilian butt lifts in 4 years and is upset she's not reached her goal in having the biggest butt in the world.
So is she petite in the waist, or is she just a big old girl?
No, she's petite in the waist. It's just out of control, but it looks out of control.
Okay, so then she's just crazy then. So
yeah, she's petite, but it's just like, well, boom! Like, I'm like, yeah, but no. Like, yeah, but no, I
want, how heavy is it? Is it made of rock? Like, these are things I want to know. As a married man, I'm going to stop there, but I say that I feel intrigued by this whole story. I want to know, is it like a dump truck? Is that stuff back there? Like, is it soft? Like, I'll stop there. No.
Yeah, like I said, I want to explore more, but as a committed man now, I really don't want to delve too deep into it, but, it's crazy. It really is.
And ladies, you should all be happy with what you're blessed with naturally. Now, I'm not knocking those who have surgery and kind of augmentations, but to go that other way, to go really out of control and almost cartoonish, then you're almost crossing some lines, I think.
You're right about that, my good brother. Now, Bone, for close up on the Boss Report this week, what is your take? This was report, my good brother.
I'm just going to say kudos to the first story for cutting off someone else's junk for once, because, your own junk is sacred as it is.
Thank you. That is so true. Folks, it's been the Boss and Boss, it's been the Bossman Show. Check out the new website. It's real nice. BossmanShow.com. You can link to our Twitter feed, the latest podcast of the show. We also got for you the photos we take at the games, got content, got the blogs coming at the beginning of the year, posting the segments on the blog. So, folks, BossShow.com, everything you want to get the Bossman Show. Bone to be with me next year. We got Jay Bonique, J6 Smith. We got the crew coming back in for you on here on the Bossman Show. Folks, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. We out!
And if you don't know, now you know, you know.